AK Press is one of the largest and arguably one of the most productive anarchist publishing houses in the world. We publish around 20 titles every year, and we distribute thousands of other titles that are published by like-minded, independent, small, radical anarchist publishers from around the globe. We primarily publish in English, though we do occasionally publish in Spanish, and it's something we've been trying to do more of. And you'll find AK Press books that have been translated into dozens of other languages. There are AK books in Japanese and Chinese and French and German and Spanish and Korean and Turkish. And they really have made their way out into the world. And I think because of that, AK has played a role in helping to develop a knowledge of, an awareness of, and an understanding of anarchist principles and practice and history around the world. AK defines ourselves as an anarchist publishing house, and what that means is twofold. It's not enough to say that AK publishes books by anarchists, or AK publishes books that folks in the anarchist movement want to read or need to read, or that are useful for anarchists. We do that. There are lots of other publishers that do that. There are a lot of amazing publishing projects that are devoting a great deal of time and a great deal of energy to publishing works that are helping to define and broaden our understanding of anarchist principles and practice. But what really defines AK as an anarchist publishing project is the fact that we try to take those principles and put them into practice in the actual organization of the business. So AK is worker-owned. It's collectively managed. It's a workplace where every single day you are participating in the democratic self-management of the business. It means that every time we have to make a decision about what book is going to get published, or what book is going to get added to our catalog, or which events we're going to attend in the country, we sit down and we make those decisions together, and we try and do it in a way that allows everybody's voice to be heard, in a way that takes everybody's opinion into account, even if their particular job at AK is not working specifically with a publishing project. It's absolutely vital to us that we're not replicating the same oppressive structures that we're trying to fight against in our workplace. And I think that it's important. It's something that makes this definition as an anarchist publisher, or as a movement publisher, which is one of the other ways that we like to talk about AK as being a movement publisher. It's one of the things that kind of makes that understandable. It's one of the things that kind of helps us to say, we're not just putting literature out there that's helping to broaden our understanding and helping to further the knowledge that we have about where anarchism has come from and where anarchism is going, but that we're actually participating in this huge experiment in participatory democracy every single day with every decision we make as a collective. And that's a pretty powerful thing, and I think it's something that has been powerful for other folks who have wanted to start anarchist projects in the United States. AK has been around for 20 years now, 21 years actually, and we have a collective in the United States and a sister collective in the UK, in Edinburgh, Scotland. And I think the longevity of the project, the fact that there's been this kind of stalwart of anarchist publishing that's been around and has been collective and has been productive for so many years, is kind of inspiring. It was certainly inspiring for me when I was trying to start my own project in Baltimore. I could kind of take a look at AK and say, all right, well, they did it. How did they do it? There's got to be something here, and try and learn from that model.